Had to work out, man. I wasn't gonna go another day without working out. I took two days off. So shit. I think 3 days off. That's too long, man. 3 days off. Not too long. 2 days off is okay. But 3 days off, no, that's too long. By the time day three done came around, I lost my pump. You feel what I'm saying? You do a bunch of push-ups, you got that pump. That shit goes away by day three of not working out. So you gotta go back and pump up again. You feel what I'm saying? Shit. Oh my God. Yeah. So I'm just working on staying in shape, man, because I'm tired of the up and down shit, bro. That's the reason why I've been struggling for like the last 8 years. I've been up and down in weight and not being persistent with my workouts. I fucking chunk up, man. If you don't think that putting on weight will fuck up your dating life, it sure will. You chunk up like a fat man or something like that. Fucking Pillsbury Doughboy and shit. You chunk up, it affects your dating life, unless you got a lot of money. You feel me? Unless you got a lot of bread. If you got a lot of money, then it doesn't affect your dating life. But shit, I forgot my shit, I forgot something. My Rockstar, I need that, man, right now. I need to drink some more of that and then throw it away. Gotta stay lean, man. I looked it up, man. I Googled it. Why do women like men with low percentage body fat? It's because they see the discipline, or they said something, but women got a real craving for like low percentage body fat. I noticed that, man. Every time I'm lean, I do better. When I chunk up, I do bad. You feel what I'm saying? But it said because it indicates health and stuff like that, and where is that? Okay, there we go. Indicates health, good health, and stuff like that. I mean, Google that shit, bro. That shit is funny. I forgot what it was, but I forgot what when I looked it up, I forgot what it said. But look it up. That shit's funny as hell, bro. And it's true. A fat man has no place, man, in the world, man. If you are fat and broke at the same time, you're gonna have a hard time. That's enough. You can't be short and broke, fat and broke. It's just, man, Chaz and Tyrone, they got it good. They don't have to work hard, man. Chaz and Tyrone, all they gotta do is be Chad and Tyrone. That's it. Shit, they get women with money. They get money thrown at them. They even get jewelry. life as a Chad or a Tyrone is easy, man. Because they don't understand. The thing is, I don't waste my time talking to Chads and Tyrones. They don't understand my struggle as an average man that's below 6 foot. I'm 5'9", but that's still not tall enough for some females. Some females only deal with men who are 6 foot, which is 15% of the population. 6 footers are not the majority. Average height is, man. You feel what I'm saying? Average height is the majority of people. When I was in jail, majority of the motherfuckers were my height in there, man. There was a few tall dudes in there, but most of the motherfuckers that was in jail they was around my height, man. You feel what I'm saying? So I gotta stay lean. It gives me the best chance of survival, man. I always try to give myself the best chance of survival. You can't survive being a fat man, bro. You know what I'm saying? Women look at you sideways out here. You put on weight, they don't like you no more. See, women are the only ones that can put on weight and still find a man easily. There's a market for big women out here, man. There's a bunch of chubby chasers everywhere. Men who like big women and shit like that. But women who like fat men, there's no market for that, bro. You feel me? There's no market for a bunch of women that are slim and attractive into fat dudes. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's harder being fat man versus being a fat woman. Fat women, like I said, fat women can still get them chubby chasers, man. Personally, I don't like fat women, man, but there's dudes out there that do, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, Captain Commander. We're going to a pizza party, huh? That's what I'm saying, man. The cats gotta focus their mind and soul on that bag, man. You feel me? You gotta focus your mind and soul on that bag. I'm going down there, fly a sign. I'm gonna come back and have some fun, man. We having fun today. Super noodles, man. Super noodles. I'm gonna try to have that at least 3 times a week because it's pretty healthy for you. But yeah, man, getting fat is like a death sentence for your looks. If you don't think that weight will bring your looks down or excess weight or whatever they want to call it, if you don't think that it's gonna bring your looks down, it does, man. It does bring your looks down. When females, they talk about fat dudes so bad, man. You gonna cross the street, man, because got the jaywalk or something. Oh, there we go. Taking too long, man. I gotta get out of here. You just can't afford to be fat nowadays in this highly competitive dating market.
Wait.
Try to give myself the best chance. Oh my God. She got some cake. Give myself the best chance of survival, man. You feel what I'm saying? So if I do better, if I'm in shape, man, I gotta stay in shape. You feel me? If I do better when I'm lean, I gotta stay lean. That's coochie, man. Coochie is involved. You feel what I'm saying? You put on weight, you're cutting your supply off. Your coochie supply, or your attention, or whatever you get from females. When you gain weight, you just cutting off the coochie, man. They're gonna close their legs, man. Like, this guy, he done got fat. I ain't giving him no coochie. As soon as you drop that body fat percentage, all of a sudden them legs are up. You see what I'm saying? So there's certain things as a man you can't afford to do. Like be lazy. Can't afford to be that. Not chase the bag. Can't afford to not chase the bag. Can't afford that. You feel me? A lot of cats don't get it, man. It's all about staying on top of your competition. If getting buff, staying swole, you know, gives me the advantage over other men, I gotta do it. Hell, just by working out, you're competing. You're getting the edge over other men, man. Just by having muscles. It gives you an edge over other men that don't work out. You know? Okay. I'm gonna get these birds some of this food I got. I'm gonna get these birds some pizza, man. They fight. You guys are fighting. You don't want that? That's an egg. That's a boiled egg. You guys don't want that? Let's get out of here, man. I'm pretty sure they'll figure it out. It's an egg. You guys don't want it? I guess I'll break it open so you guys can have it. Shit. I'm pretty sure you guys like eggs. It's an egg, damn. Okay, yeah, they ate it. I'm about to say, seagulls don't like eggs? Shit. It's a hard-boiled egg. Somebody had gave it to me, man. And I gave it to the seagulls. I mean, everybody like eggs, man. Like, you know, on nature shows, them seagulls be eating other people, animals be eating other animals' eggs and stuff. And so I gave him some pizza and shit, and a hard-boiled egg. So like I said, bro, it's about survival of the fittest, man. I work out just for my health too. You know what I'm saying? I don't work out just to attract females. I work out for my health too. You know? And for the first time in my life, I've been consistent, you know? Instead of stopping and going, stopping and going. You put on all kinds of pounds. Just don't even, not working out. You put on all kinds of pounds, man. They don't want to do all that, man. Stay lean. Even if you're eating what you want or whatever, and you're not on a diet, still work out. Like me, I got a halfway good diet. I can eat more vegetables though, but I do eat my rice and my chicken and shit, man. You feel me? I go over to the spot over there at the Chinese food, I go to the Chinese food spot over there and get a big ass rice bowl. You got chicken, rice, and some broccoli too. I get a broccoli and beef bowl, a broccoli and beef and rice in the bowl. You know what I'm saying? And get some nutrients in this motherfucker. That's a whole lot of gains, man. Broccoli and beef and rice, whole lot of gains. I'm saying, man. It's all about staying ahead, man, of your competition. Let's say you decide you want to get fat. Well, your competition got an edge over you now. Now, we living in a highly competitive world, man. Why would you do that to yourself? Like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get fat. Okay, you better have some money. You know, you're gonna have a hard time out here, man. With triple chins and double chins everywhere, you're gonna have a hard time. Don't say I didn't warn you. You feel what I'm saying? I know. And them seagulls are smart too, man. When I rolled that egg out there, they was like, what's that? And they pecked at it. They was like, what is this? And then I broke it open and then I tossed it out there and then they start eating it. They was like, what is that? It looked like an egg or something. It is an egg. Anyway, like I said, you know, my thing is I'm competing with other men, man. I know it. Competition is fierce. Can't chunk up. You cannot afford to like not chase the bag. Feel what I'm saying? Those are two things that'll keep like a man unhappy. Being broke and being fat. You know, your dick will be dusty, man. You won't get no coochie. So you gotta understand, you gotta work out until the day that you die, man. That's all. At least every other day, man. You know? Man, women will punish your ass. You put on that weight. They're like, this guy don't put on weight. I'm not fucking with him. Like, I've seen females, I've seen females like change their demeanor toward me when I put on weight and everything. Like I said, me and my ex-girlfriend, we went to this wine festival, you know, in San Francisco, and I put on all kinds of pounds. I had man boobs and everything, and I ran into this chick because I think my girlfriend went to the bathroom or something, but we got separated somehow, and I ran into this chick that used to see me do capoeira, you know, back when I was in my 20s. I think it was like early 30s or something like that. Oh no, I was in my late 20s. In my early 20s, I was really fit, and she remembered me when I was really fit and lean. And she looked at me, she was like, hey, how you doing? And I was like, hey, how you doing? And she was like, you still doing capoeira? I was like, no. And she was like, oh, you need to get back. You need to get back there. Meaning that, man, you don't put on all kinds of pounds. For real. Like, they'll straight up say, no, you need to get back. Get that six pack back. Get them arms back. That's what they like, man. So when you give up on it, it makes you less attractive. It does. You give up on that body game, they ain't gonna fuck with you, man. You gonna struggle. Cause I clearly remember when I was younger, I didn't get a girlfriend until I got my body right. You know what I'm saying? I didn't start having sex until I got my body right. Once I got my body right, that's when I noticed they started getting more aggressive with me and shit, with approaching me. Cause back then there was no internet, like the late '90s. I mean, there was internet, but there was no social media in the late '90s. You know, I just got out of high school, and when I moved out on my own, and I was in shape around like 22. I moved out on my own. I got my own apartment, and everything was cheap. By the way, this is 2002, and I was going through them. Okay, I was at low percentage body fat. I had like I had 12% body fat. You know, and I was getting coochie thrown at me like it was water. You feel what I'm saying? Man, if the walls in my old apartment could talk, they'll tell you like this nigga done went through a lot of bitches, man. Coming up. And I was getting it in, man, good too. You know, no social media. Remember, the only thing that was around was like Yahoo News, Hotmail News, and of course email. There was no dating apps. I think they just had, like, I think Tinder, or no, not Tinder, Plenty of Fish started to happen, but they wasn't popular yet. You feel what I'm saying? So it was a lot easier to get sex back then. Women, they didn't have social media. They didn't have access to Chad and Tyrone. You know what I'm saying? So everything was a lot more simple. Right now, everything's so goddamn complex that if you're not balling out of control, if you are not part of the 20% of men, you're gonna struggle, man. So I gotta know that it's highly competitive out here, and I gotta stay up on my shit, or the other man is gonna leave, man, or the other man is gonna win. I mean, just by working out, doing my capoeira, and keeping my muscles around, I'm competing. You feel what I'm saying? That means you're competing with other men. You're buff, you're swole, you got a six pack. Like you were forced to be reckoned with. You feel what I'm saying? But if I just said fuck it and give up on my body, you know what I'm saying? Give up on my body game, get fat, got a big old stomach, Pillsbury dough stomach, then my competition, which is other men, are gonna come in and take over and beat you to the punch. You know what I'm saying?
Wait.
Now they got an edge on me. So just by putting on weight, man, you're destroying your legacy, man. You won't be able to pass your genetics with ease, man, if you put on weight. You got muscles and stuff, man. That does something to females' minds. You know what I'm saying? It turns them on. You feel me? You know, you muscular and lean, and some bodybuilders, they still get women too, man. But women like you lean, man. So I gotta do what I can to stay in shape or stay lean. you're gonna cut your fucking goddamn coochie supply off. Now I notice women give me things, man, when I'm lean, bro. I get presents and stuff, man. You know, like just now, this one lady that work at the massage parlor over there. She came out and gave me a pizza, a couple of slices of pizza, and an egg, a hard-boiled egg. And I gave it to the bird because I'm not gonna eat it. I don't want to eat pizza right now. I'm fasting and shit. And we're gonna break our fast with some pho, a big ass bowl of noodles and some soup. That shit gonna be screaming. You feel me? What I'm saying? Like back in the day, they used to say when shit was good, like, oh, that shit is screaming. That's 80s slang talk. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't eat no pizza, man. I gave it to the birds, man. I already had like pizza yesterday, so I'm good for the next 5 or 4 days. I don't eat that shit every day, man. Put on all kinds of weight. You know what I'm saying? A pizza's supposed to be a treat. You know, once a week, maybe twice a week you can have it, but not every day. Not 7 days a week. Nah, you will be fat. Like right now, the only things in my system right now is that Rockstar. But I burnt that when I was working out. Now I'm on an empty stomach. I don't eat until like 1 p.m., sometimes 2 p.m. You feel me? You know, I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday, I didn't eat until like 3 p.m. You know, I didn't have a bagel. Then I'd be eating from the back. Eat that bagel from the back. You know, with Joey Fingerlish at? He's funny as hell, boy. I tell you. You know. But I'm a lot happier when I'm in shape, when women are paying attention. I'm not invisible, you feel me? Like, I'm being seen. Like, some guys, they get too old for society, and they just invisible to women, bro. Like, they're talking about, you know, I gotta take a whiz real quick. They're talking about, you know, I'm an expat. I'm in Thailand, but back when I was in America, as an old 55, 60-year-old dude, I was invisible, especially to women. I feel like I didn't matter, you know. I come to Thailand, and for once in my life, I feel like I matter now, you know. That's why guys are traveling overseas, man. They struggling in America, and they see it as an easier way to get some coochie, man. Like, you gotta understand your body is telling you, bro. You know, your body is telling you that you need to get laid, man. You gotta have sex. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Your body is man. Where them blowjobs at, bro? Your penis. Where them blowjobs at? I need some sex. I need to get into some coochie. I need to get into some coochie. I need to get moist. You know, and that's what you got to do, man. To survive out here, get with your competition, man. Cause they doing the same thing for you, man. They out there working out. You know, they getting more money than you. They always trying to get an edge over you. Remember, your competition is other men, bro. Some guys, I think it was a video I was watching a while back, and some guy was like, seeing other men as competition is your competition. That's when you have lost. And I was like, what? You gotta see other men as your competition, man. It's about passing on your genes and shit, bro. You feel what I'm saying? It's all about passing on your genetics. So then when you start taking that more seriously, then you'll start winning that life. I guarantee it. When you start thinking about passing on your genes and stuff, and doing the self-improvement or whatever, so I can have a better chance at, passing my genetics, you'll do better, man. When you enroll in college and stuff, when you get that degree, you got a better chance of passing on your genetics. When you chasing jackpots and you actually win and shit, you got a better chance of passing on your genetics. You know, when you're chasing a movie dream or becoming an actor, once you obtain that dream, you got a better chance at passing on your genetics. It's all about giving myself the best chance that I can have. Because I'm just sabotaging myself. A lot of guys, they self-sabotage. You know, by not going to school, by not bettering yourself, no self-improvement throughout the years, just stayed up and did nothing. That's called self-sabotage. When you don't exercise and put on all kinds of weight and become fat, that's self-sabotage, man. You're doing it to yourself. Nobody's doing it to you, man. And you'll pay for that. Okay, you'll have droughts as long as the fucking Mississippi River, man. You'll have droughts as long as the fucking Nile. Fuck that. The Nile River. You know. The Red Sea. You know, you'll have droughts as long as the Red Sea, bro. Because you're not competing. You're just sitting back watching the parade go by. You know, like in Rocky V and shit. You're watching the parade go by, man. Yeah, because you don't want to compete in the parade. A lot of guys are lazy. That's like I said, man, go see your laziness. That's your mom and your dad taught you throughout the years. Just be lazy and everything will be okay. Oh no. Women punish motherfuckers who are lazy, man. Because they got the key to sex, bro. They hold the key to sex. They only reward certain men who cross that finish line. Or all men, no, not certain, all men who cross that finish line. They reward them with sex and their attention. When you get into shape, you working out, you know what I'm saying? When you become lean, you know, and built like a tank or built like a fucking runner or something, you got six-pack abs, they reward you, man, with sex. You got a better chance at getting sex when you are lean, man. So I'm always trying to give myself the best chance. That's it. Don't sabotage myself. I ain't gonna do that. Not no more. I did in my life, dude. I just sabotaged myself. And I'm admitting, bro, and I'm being honest. I'm here right now is because of me. Cause I sabotaged myself. But I'm telling you, don't do the same thing that I did. You know, with sabotage myself. Basically, when my music equipment got stolen, I should have replaced that shit like right away. And I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I should have been working to replace them keyboards I spent so much money on. That was my dream. Music was my dream, man. And I didn't replace the equipment. Now I don't know, maybe I might replace the equipment like once I get a bag or I hit my jackpot. Yeah, I think I will. I think I'm gonna get back on the music journey, man, once I get a jackpot, man. And that'll give me having that money, that'll give me time to like maybe buy a condo and set up my equipment up in there. And I don't have to worry about no rent because I bought the condo straight with money. Buy a condo for like 800 grand or something like that. And I'm straight, I'm good. I don't have to worry about being on the streets no more. You know what I'm saying? And then I can set up a little studio inside my condo, man. Use the walk-in closet for like a recording booth with a microphone. Put a bunch of that spongy stuff on the wall to absorb the sounds. So it could be some good padding up in there. Well, listen, if you ain't, let me tell you something. If you ain't got that spongy stuff, you know, the stuff that look like an egg carton or something like that. If you ain't got that, you're gonna have a hard time recording vocals and stuff, man, without without it sounding like it's bouncing off the wall, like your voice is bouncing off the wall in the background. You feel what I'm saying? And get back on the music grind. Look for some young, fresh talent. You feel me? Maybe a singer or a rapper or something. And get to recording songs and do things differently this time. You know, don't try to do everything yourself. You feel me? You know, try to do everything. You know, don't try to do everything yourself. Just, you know, work with the talent, man. That's it. You feel me?
I need you, baby. You got me waiting too long.
You know what I'm saying? Do things differently this time around. Work smarter, not harder. You know? And listen to what people are saying. What's hot right now and what's not hot. You know, pay attention and get you a first hit within a year of doing it a certain way and you're good. Just buy beats. Don't sit there and make beats, man. That's too much time. Buy beats off the internet. Buy beats. Pay motherfuckers in weed or pay motherfuckers in cash. Whatever you need to do. If you like that beat, do something with it. Get the right talent though. You gotta have the right talent, bro. You know, you can't have no garbage singer. You can't have no garbage ass rapper, bro. The motherfuckers who got bars, man. I ain't no time to be wasting this stuff, man. And be creative too, you know. Create your own way. Create your own style of music. You know. Don't follow trends too much. I mean, you can, but don't go too left field, man. Like, what's her name? Man, she went too left field, man. What's her name? Ice Spice. Man, the reason why she flopped because she was scared to take risks. If you listen to the album, everything sounded the same. She was scared to be creative, bro, and that's why she flopped, bro. Now the record companies ain't fucking with her no more, man, because she fucked up, man. She went too left field. When you go too left field, bro, that's when you're doing too much. You went too left. You went way left field. You can go left field a little bit, but don't go too left field where people not gonna feel your lyrics, man. She was out there talking about dookie and boo-boo and farts and stuff. I'm like, bro, that's not cool to be talking about that. If it was me, I'd be in the studio, I'd be like, well, what? You're poopy. You know, but I don't smell. One of the lyrics she put down, I'm as poopy, but I don't smell. If she would have been in the studio with me and I heard that, I'd be like, nah, you need to change that. That's not cool at all. We doing what's cool. We're not doing what's not cool. That's not cool to say. I would have told her straight up. You know, like, that's not I'm gonna change them lyrics. I'd be like, I'm not gonna be a part of this fucking goddamn project if you rap like that. For real. I've been like, I'm gonna pull my weight. No, I don't want to be associated with this. This is gonna flop. Talking about poops and farts and stuff, like, that's not cool. I mean, damn, like, that ruined your career for you to come out like that. Who in the history of rap has rapped like that? You're trying to be too different. You know what I'm saying? I understand, I get it. You're trying to be different, but that's too different. That's like, ain't nothing cool about poops and farts and stuff that she was rapping about. I would have been like, no, I'm pulling my beats back. I don't want to be part of this project because I know it's gonna fail. And look, I listened to your whole entire album. Ain't nothing creative. You know, you ain't got no creativity. I would have been like, no, this is gonna flop. Everything sound the same to me. I'd be like, change that beat, change something. Do something new. Do something that motherfuckers ain't been doing before. I mean, damn, I done read so many books on how to be different. I mean, I read Jermaine Dupri's book. You feel what I'm saying? He was talking about how he came out with Criss Cross and, you know what I'm saying, close to the back because, you know, he wanted to be different from everybody. And it worked. Shit. You know, I mean, we didn't pick it up. Actually, we did. Like, there was one day in school where you come to school with your clothes on backwards like Criss Cross. That was one day. But it didn't catch on with the youth. Motherfucker wasn't walking around with their pants to the back like that. But there was a signature, you know what I'm saying? But also they had good music too, man. You know, they had good music. I like Criss Cross music, especially when they came out with Jump. You know what I'm saying? They came out with a different flavor, something different. That's why Jermaine Dupri was successful, bro, because he was always trying to be different, but in a cool way, though. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, man, with Ice Spice, when she would have came out with them lyrics, I've been like, no, I'm not being a part of this. If you guys release that, I'm gonna pull back my beats. I'm gonna pull myself from this project. That's what I would do. That. They're like, no, don't go. They probably be, don't go. I'm like, you know what? I'm not being part of that project. She's talking about poops and farts and stuff, bro. That's not cool to me. That's not cool. A fart is not cool. Poops are not food. It's not cool. Say something more slick, man. You feel what I'm saying? Say something more slick. Say something out of the ordinary to get motherfuckers' attention. That's why I like Nicki Minaj, man. She got that, man. She got fired. Nicki Minaj got bars for days. You know? You feel me? Like Jay-Z, Kanye, when they was in their prime, they had bars, bro. Bars. Creative. Make it sound good. Make your music come to life, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, talking about poops and farts. I'm like, bro, I could have told you that. I'm not even really involved in music like that. I could have told you that shit wasn't gonna fly. I could have told you right away it was gonna flop. If I would have listened to Ice Spice album, I could have told you straight up, like, no, this is not gonna fly. This is gonna flop. They're gonna put your shit on the shelf. Don't release this shit. Take your time releasing something. If you think that, you know what I'm saying? If you think you're not ready, you know? You know? It's all about who's the most creative, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about competition too, man. For that mighty dollar, man. Every man on earth is competing with each other for that mighty dollar and that mighty coochie. It's all about pussy and money to a lot of dudes. A lot of dudes, they don't care, bro. You know, it's like a pimp, bro. He don't care about the women so much. He care about the money, but at the same time, he do care about the women because, you know, he ain't gay. But he got to get the women, he got to get that money. Money is number one to a pimp, and then the woman is second. You know what I'm saying? The money is all that matters, man. You feel me? Like, money is that's all that matters. And in your mind, you got to be constantly on that fucking prize every single day when you wake up in the morning. Your mind always got to be constantly on that prize. Because if you're thinking about other things, man, you're gonna fail. You feel me? Anyway, I'm gonna end this live. You guys have a good day, man. It's about 43 minutes in and shit. I'll be back on later. Peace out, take care, and bless. I'm out.